What's up, Lost Boys? Hope you guys are having a good day. So, today is my birthday. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, but also, our awesome tradition every year is to do the fantasy draft order drawing on my birthday. Well, last night I got together with some family, but also Jace was there, Cass was there, and Justin was there. So I thought to myself, we almost have half our league together. Why not just do the drawing there? So I surprised all those guys, and we did the draft order drawings last night. And today, I'm going to do the video for the remaining people that don't know the order. So here it is, guys. I got it right here on these pieces of paper. I'm going to draw each one so you guys can see. We can find it out. Officially marks the beginning of draft season and fantasy football season. Now we have a couple changes. Half point PPR. It's going to be very big. I cannot wait to see how this goes. I don't think it's going to change as much as people think things are going to change, but it's still going to add a nice little wrinkle to it. And last year, Pat took the title, which I still have your trophy, Pat. Sucks because of COVID, we weren't able to get that to you. But Pat won the title. Epic Super Bowl against Cass. I think it came down to 1 or 2 points. Cass almost made an insane run with Stefon Diggs that last game, but Pat was the champ. He was steady Eddie all year. And it was a really good fantasy season last year. Tim got last. I think Jace got fourth, so Jace gets to name Tim's team. I don't know what he's going to name it. I guess we'll find out at draft weekend here in about 3 months. It's crazy to think. Draft weekend's at my house, like we discussed. It should be crazy fun. I can't wait to get together with you guys. Patty, miss you so much, buddy. It's been too damn long. That's pretty much it. No reason to keep rambling on. I know you guys are here for one thing, to see where you draft in the fantasy draft. So let's get started with the first pick in the fantasy draft. We have Tim Banks, of course, and I'm pretty sure Tim had first pick last year. His team is the worst. It's always the worst. Like we always joke, he falls asleep about 3 games into the season. He's also cursed with injuries, so Tim, please don't take any Chiefs this year, if you don't mind, please. But yeah, Tim with the first pick, last place for last year, first pick this year. We'll see if he can do something with Christian McCaffrey this year. Well, what should be Christian McCaffrey. We'll see where he goes with that first pick. Second pick in the draft, me, Josh. Got 5th place last year. Tried a new strat with the double quarterbacks. Did not go well. Just to show everyone how bad it went, I traded for Devontae Adams, had James Robinson off the waivers, had Justin Herbert off the waivers, and still couldn't make the playoffs. So guys, as the case was proven last year, quarterbacks should not go early. But you guys already know this. You guys figured it out even before last year. You guys did awesome drafting last year. I think we all know that now. So I got second pick this year. Super pumped. Third pick in the draft, the pharmacist, Ryan. Third pick. Great pick to have this year. I think this year, you have 4 to 5 studs. You got the Christian McCaffrey, the Dalvin Cook, the Derrick Henry, and maybe you want to throw Saquon in there. Then after that, there's a slight drop off. So top 4 is really, really good to have this year. Ryan gets that third pick. He's going to get a great choice, stud running back, or he might want to change things up. It's half point PPR, maybe snag a wide receiver. You never know. So that's Ryan. Fourth pick in the draft, Patrick. Patty gets that 4th pick. Huge pick. 4th pick. I think Pat had 4th pick last year. I can't remember. Pat always seems to get in that top 4, which is a really, really valuable spot to have. So he's going to be happy about that. He's going to kind of get the leftover of those top 4 guys that I had just mentioned. So Pat, Super Bowl champ, still gets that top 4 pick. Good pick to have. 5th pick, Barreto. Barreto had 5th pick last year. Barreto made the playoffs last year. Made a hell of a run. I think he ended up with the 2nd most points in the league. Cal dominated the league last year, points-wise. Probably should have won the Super Bowl, but Pat took it down. You never know what can happen in the playoffs. But Barreto, 3rd place last year, got his money back, had a lot of success. I'm sure he's still going to get shit at the draft, but success is success. Justin's doing good. He seems to do solid almost every year. So he's got that 5th pick. He's going to have his choice of the litter when it comes to any wide receivers he wants, any quarterbacks he wants. But more than likely, he'll probably take a running back, which is the right call. We'll see, though. You never know what can happen. 6th pick in the draft. Denny with that 6th pick. 6th, 7th pick is kind of interesting because there's still a ton of talent on the board left. Denny's really, really good about utilizing his talent. He did not make the playoffs last year, but still had a really solid squad most of the year. He's knowledgeable when it comes to the players. I'm sure he's going to be able to get the right guy. He's not going to be able to get any of those upper echelon stud RB1s, but there's going to be a ton of guys left over. The Nick Chubbs, Jonathan Taylors, Aaron Joneses, all those guys are still going to be there for him. Or, like I said, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hills, Travis Kelce's. He's going to get his choice of those. So 6th pick is definitely not a bad pick to have this year. With the 7th pick in the draft, Romanowski. Roman. I can't really remember what the hell Roman did last year, not going to lie. I think he was pretty bad. But still, he won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, cheated, but he still won the Super Bowl. Roman has his learning computer, has his algorithm. I'm sure he's going to bring it to the table this year. He's got that 7th pick. It's kind of a rough pick, but I'm sure he's going to do the best with it. 8th pick in the draft, Calzone. Cal, last year, most points in the league, absolutely dominated in the league, had a bad first matchup in the playoffs, unfortunately, and Pat took him down. His team waited till the first round of the playoffs to pretty much take a huge shit, and Pat went off. The next week, Cal followed it up by scoring like 1 billion points. Kamara had like 50 points that week. Cal cruised his way to the 3rd place title, but Cal had the best team last year. Calvin Ridley, Kamara, a bunch of studs throughout the year. So by pretty much his best fantasy season he's had in a long, long time. He's going to try to duplicate that this year with the 8th pick. 8th pick, not a bad pick to have. Bunch of good guys. He's going to get that quick wraparound. So we'll see if he can replicate what he did last year. 9th pick in the draft, Jace. Jace gets that 9th pick. I know he was rooting for that 1st pick. Obviously, he didn't get it. Almost the opposite end of the spectrum for him. But 9th and 10th pick are great picks to have. I think especially this year. You're going to be able to walk out of this your first 2 picks with either 2 RB1s or an RB1 and a stud wideout. I'm interested. The thing I'm most interested to see this year is where Kelce goes. I think we've gotten off the quarterback train, which is the right call, but Kelce he's a stud, and Mahomes is going to go nuclear this year. He has the best offensive line in football. We're going to dominate, and Kelce is by far the best tight end spot. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelce went as high as 7 or 8, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't even be, as Cass would say, wouldn't be mad at that. So I'd want to really see if someone tags Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce with those first 2 picks. That could very well be done at picks 8, 9, and 10, and then their wraparound. So we'll see about that. But the 9th and 10th pick, definitely a good pick. We have a lot of guys that are going to go later in the 1st, early 2nd. They're going to be really good building blocks for teams. So I'm interested to see where they go, especially with Jace. I know he does a ton of research as well as I do, and as well as the guy who we know has the 10th pick, the last guy on our list, Cass. Cass gets that 10th pick, as I just got done saying. He does a ton of research. He's going to know his stuff. He's going to come through prepared. There's going to be a lot of guys available for him, and I know he's going to try to make the right calls. The half-point PPR is going to make things a little bit more interesting. Wide receivers are going to be a tad more valued than they are in years past. But also guys like Austin Eckler, pass-catching running backs are also going to be pretty damn valued. So there it is, guys. That is our official 2021 Lost Boys Fantasy Football